What's going on, everyone? Darkside Phil here with a special video, not really a channel update or anything like that. This is more a discussion and response video regarding excuse me. Oh, I have a tickle in my throat all of a sudden. Regarding a trailer. It's really my first draft of a trailer for the Project 7 series that we've been creating here on DSPGaming that is intended to air over on Machinima channels. As you know, if you've been following along, if not, well, here we go, I'll explain. Machinima has an interest in airing the Project 7 series, episodes 1 through 4, which is a gaming comedy web series that we've been working on since last year, over on Machinima Respawn. But they also wanted us to create a trailer for the series, which will be aired on the main Machinima channel to see what kind of interest it could garner, and if it did garner enough interest, there's a possibility in the future Project 7 may actually air over on the main Machinima channel. So all that being said, last night I whipped together a trailer based off of the guidelines that Machinima had given me, and I put something together and I posted it up on YouTube intentionally because I wanted to see what you, the viewers and fans, had to say. And I have to say, first of all, overwhelmingly interesting comments. A lot of them I actually read. I said, you know what, these guys are absolutely right. I agree with this. I'm glad that I did this, that I put the video up ahead of time to get fan feedback, because there's a few things that I completely agree with. Of course, there's some other things that I think people are saying because they're not understanding the full situation. And then there's, of course, ridiculous things, which we'll be talking about. What I actually did is I made a list of things to talk about in this video, because we're going to be just discussing the trailer. The fact that, first of all, just so everyone knows, that's a draft. That's not, I didn't send that to Machinima. That's just a draft of a trailer. I whipped it together last night to see what I could put together. I think I'm very pleased with the game footage that I selected for it, but there are things that I need to tweak. So, that being said, let's get into it. Let's get into the things that people said in comments, and the things that I agree with, and the things that basically cannot be done for actually designated reasons, and then we'll move on to talk a little bit about how I'm going to change stuff, okay? First of all, biggest boneheaded move I think I've done in a while, I didn't put the Machinima logo at the beginning of the video. Duh, if it's a trailer that's going to be airing on Machinima, I actually am supposed to put the Machinima intro and outro logos, which I didn't do, so duh, that was my bad. That was really stupid of me. Alright, so the number one thing that everyone seems to agree on, okay, is that the text that I put at the beginning of the trailer, and by the way, if you haven't seen the trailer, it's the video I uploaded right before this one, so you definitely can go check it out. The text that I put at the beginning of the trailer and the end of the trailer, some people got it. A lot of people said, even though they got it, they don't think that the Machinima audience will get it. And what that means specifically is I did make a couple jokes. For example, I said, warning, this is not your typical Call of Duty or Battlefield, you know, montage trailer. Someone said, Phil, you idiot, it's called a frag reel, how do you not know this? Like, because I don't fucking watch those videos. Duh. But anyway, I was kind of trying to, not making a jab, but actually just kind of making a little side joke. Like, warning, this is majorly what goes on these channels, that's not what you're going to see here. And then the next statement I said, this is a trailer for a gaming comedy web series made by a major Machinima partner. And a lot of people said, oh, Phil, major, how could you say major? That's so cocky of you, that's ridiculous, you got such a big head. Alright, calm down. First of all, that's not how it's intended. The reason I'm doing it is because if you say, oh, it's a major Machinima partner, well, if they're a major partner, I'm probably going to want to see what this is, as opposed to, this is just a series from Joe Schmo, and this is a random upload to the Machinima channel. Then again, just saying major doesn't necessarily explain that. In addition, a lot of people say, oh, he's not a major partner. Well, what are you talking about? Like, I've already said, I'm actually in the top 25 partnered channels on Machinima, through Machinima. That's why Machinima sent me to E3, because I am one of the top partners. They didn't offer that to everyone. They only offered it to the top people, and I was one of the people that accepted. So I am one of the top partners. It's a fact. But I actually, after thinking about it, completely agree with everyone that just saying it like that does kind of come off as cocky, will probably be misconstrued, especially for people who've never heard of me. They'll be like, oh, major partner, huh? Well, I never heard of Darkside Phil, so fuck this guy, and they might just close the video. So, completely agree with that. I'm going to have to tweak the text and stuff that I have in there. Also, at the end, after all the video clips, I just cut the video clips abruptly, and then I say, yeah, it's that awesome. Now, that's cool, it's funny, but again, maybe if it's just a trailer and this is someone watching it for the first time, you don't need someone bragging that it's awesome. The viewer should judge for themselves. I was trying to maybe push them towards thinking that it's awesome. You know what I mean? When you read it, sometimes it can imprint in your head. In addition to that, a lot of the times, if you've ever seen, if anyone watches Adult Swim, which is the adult cartoons that come on late at night on the Cartoon Network, they have these bumps that are basically trailers or things in between the shows explaining stuff that's coming up. And there's jokes in them and stuff, and it's just text. And I think they do an amazing job with just text. And I was kind of going for a little bit of, gee, can we bump something in here just with text that'll be like a joke or maybe bragging, because they do that all the time on TV, and it's funny. But again, I completely understand how that could be misconstrued. So basically what I'm going to do, just so everyone knows, I'm actually going to retweak the trailer, where I'm going to make a version of the trailer where I remove all the text. And what it's going to be is just the Machinima logo opening. It's going to be me standing right here, literally just saying for maybe 20 seconds, "Hi, I'm Darkside Phil. I'm actually a Machinima partner, and we've been working on this really cool gaming comedy web series called Project 7 over the past year. It's going to be airing on Machinima soon, and it actually features the music of the bands Year 2000X and Arm Cannon, and also the filmmaking and editing skills of Respect the Pack. So this following is a trailer for this cool series. Check it out." And that's pretty much all it's going to be, like short, simple, and to the point. And just there, and what I just said in like 20 seconds, I covered more information than I did in the text. People can relay information much more quickly through I'm an idiot. Through speech than through reading. It's a lot quicker medium to get a point across. That's why you can make a book into a movie, and the movie's an hour and a half, while it takes you, 8 hours to read the book. So, that being said, I think that might be a better way to approach it. And then there'll be no intro text. It'll just be me doing that. Fades out, goes right to the trailer, all of the clips and footage and everything, and then at the end of it, no end text where it says it's awesome. It just cuts straight to us posing with Project 7, and then it'll say coming soon to Machinima. And that's where it'll end. It'll actually have the Machinima outro as well. That's my thought on what I should do with the trailer right now. So, alright. But by the way, another major omission is I didn't even mention that we had music from Year 2000X and Arm Cannon. I think that definitely adds to the series, okay? And speaking about that, now I'm going to address some things that people said that I think need to be addressed so you understand why I didn't do it with the trailer. The first being people saying, Phil really needs to listen to the fans and he needs to do what we say here. If he doesn't, it means he's ignoring us and he doesn't care about our opinions. Well, that's not true, and here's why. I can't please all of you, because if you actually read the comments on the video, outside of the things that are majorly agreed upon, such as please remove the word major, maybe get rid of the text and do something different, every other suggestion is completely different. You got people saying, this is too short, this is too long, there's too much gaming footage, you're giving too much away, you didn't put enough in there, you're not explaining enough, you need to put more footage or more explanation of what's going on. All that kind of stuff, people, I want this clip in there, I want that clip in there. No one's in concurrence on what exactly should be, and I think that the selection of clips that I picked actually are a really good representation of the humor of the series without giving away too much of the plot, okay? That being said, let's talk a little bit about why the trailer is what it is. First of all, people are saying, why is there no background music? Because a lot of trailers, they have this song playing in the background. You go to see a movie trailer, there's music playing in the background. This is pretty much for very practical purposes, and the reality of the situation is I don't have the raw footage for Project 7. Respect the Pact has the raw footage for Project 7. It's absolutely huge, okay? The files are astronomically large, especially with the amount of footage that they took. And so, there is no raw footage per se available with no music. If you watch Project 7, as you know, there are songs in there from Year 2000X, from Arm Cannon, and that's the footage that I have. I have the end product. I don't have raw footage that I can, edit. This isn't a professional editing studio. Unfortunately, this isn't, a situation where this is my full-time experience and I filmed everything and I have access to everything. Respect the Pact, actually, I haven't heard from them in weeks. Like, they're off for the summer. They said, we want to be off for the summer. We don't want to do anything related to Project 7. We're busy with our own personal stuff. So that being said, I really have no access to any footage where I could do that. And that's why I said, well, sure, some of the footage has no music playing over it, but to have a song only playing over certain parts, and then all of a sudden there's more music, different music playing over different parts, it's very confusing. It wouldn't sound good. So the trailer is what it is. There's no way I could put music on it because there's already music superimposed on some of the clips that I chose for the trailer. So the music can't be there, basically. It would be a mess if I tried that. People saying the trailer's too long, or people saying the trailer's too short. That has nothing to do with me. I actually was specifically instructed by Machinima to make this trailer between 2 and 3 minutes long. So I can't add anything to make it longer than 3, and I can't significantly shorten it. Like a lot of people said, all you need is a 60-second clip. Nope, they don't want that. Here's what I was instructed specifically from Machinima. They said put together a video, a 2 to 3 minute long video that specifically showcases the gaming related humor and jokes in your series. That was the guideline that I was given. So what I'm trying to do is very quickly explain what the series is, and then go straight into the trailer where it explains, again, the brief, I have the narrator from the original Project 7 intro, very briefly explains the premise of the series, and then showing a whole bunch of just boom, 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 rapid fire, gaming related humor that you can understand without context. So without understanding why John Rambo's jumping on a Koopa Troopa, it's funny to see him jump on it and it explode and it be bloody. Without understanding why we're fighting with guns, it's funny to see me get shot and then say, last stand, motherfucker, and then shoot OJ. So that's the kind of stuff that I needed to do. How can you showcase the gaming-related humor of the series quickly, efficiently, within 3 minutes, and without having to have any outside context? That's really what I was aiming to do. And I think the trailer does that effectively because it shows a wide variety. There's action-based humor, there's context-based humor with, say, like the Night Trap clip. That's pretty funny because it's all talking, but it's funny because our commentary is funny. So it's a really good variety showcasing all how games are related to the series, okay? A lot of people said, Phil, you don't have enough explanation. Why aren't you explaining that Deathface stole your gaming powers, and that's why you're going to the gaming worlds and that? Because that's too much for a trailer. You don't need to explain everything in a trailer. That's the point of a trailer, is to show you things that would hook you and make you want to watch the series. You're not supposed to know the full plot of the series till you actually watch it. Did you know the full plot of the movie that you saw before you went to see it? If you did, you failed, because you're not supposed to spoil yourself on the plot of a series before you go to see it. You're supposed to go to a movie and, oh, this is pleasantly surprising because this is an interesting plot, rather than, well, I know what the plot is, let's just sit here and go through the motions and see how the acting is. You know, that's boring. So that's the whole thing. I don't want to give away that, okay, yeah, eventually, after I'm rescued, we find out Deathface stole my powers. That's why we're going to gaming world. People don't need to be overcomplicated with all that trivial stuff until the episode, the end of episode 1 or 2, or whenever they finally find out that's what we're doing. That's why we paced it like that in the series. So, yeah, I understand why people are saying that, because a lot of people like episode 3 and 4 better than the first 2 episodes, because we're in the gaming world, but I don't think we need to necessarily explain that much in the trailer, especially it's only a 3-minute trailer. I can't make it longer than 3 minutes. I'd rather spend the time showcasing the gaming-related humor and jokes than over-explaining what the whole series is about, okay? Some people said, oh, why did you say it was for mature audiences only? That's silly, that's not needed, that's unprofessional. Well, first of all, that's completely wrong. That is professional, because if you actually look at a lot of the stuff that's on the main Machinima channel, the main Machinima channel, I need a sip of water. If you actually look at a lot of the stuff that's on the main Machinima channel, it's not all adult-oriented. Now, there is stuff that is. You've got, Blacklight Retribution, gory gameplay clips. You do have Call of Duty footage. You've got adult stuff where people are swearing. But there's also stuff there that actually is kind of PG rated. And so I think it's important to say up front, there's going to be swearing and stuff. This is for mature audiences. In addition, one of the actual direct feedbacks that I got from Machinima when I first suggested that we put this on the main Machinima channel was, well, the tone of the series is kind of adult-oriented, and that's why we're a little bit skeptical. I guess what they're looking for on the Machinima channel are things that will appeal to a widespread audience, and I think they kind of know that if Project 7 were to air on the main Machinima channel, we'd have to say it's adult-oriented so that kids don't go watch it and then their parents flip out, what are you watching on that? I can't believe that kind of stuff's on there. So that's why I think no matter what, I have to say, disclaimer, this is for mature audiences. In the new cut of the trailer that I make where I talk like this, I'm going to say that as well. Because I think it's very important to say that up front so there's no misunderstandings about the content in the video. So I think I pretty much covered everything, I would love for it to be a 10-minute trailer. I would love for it to, you know what I mean? Or if we were just going to do a little blip, but that's not what they want. They have specifically asked to do a 2 to 3 minute video with basically compiling as much gaming-related humor as we can, showcasing how the series is gaming-related, because that's mainly why it would go on the Machinima channel to begin with. And I think that, again, the clips that we chose are excellent for that. I wish we could have had background music over the whole trailer. It's just not possible because I don't have the raw footage, and the raw footage is, just to be completely honest, too large for us to be recutting it anyway. You know, there's a lot of things I would love to do. People say, oh, this would be great if you went into Adobe After Effects and you were using explosive logos. Like, wait, the fuck? When did I ever make something like that? You know what I mean? Like, I've never done it in my life. How can I start now? Let me download Adobe After Effects and in 5 minutes learn it and then start putting, like, what? Some of the things, the crazy suggestions that I get in the comments on these times. I also like the ones, you must listen to me. If you don't listen to me, it means you don't listen to the fans. What? Because I don't listen to your one specific suggestion, I'm not listening to the fans? No, I'm like I said, I understand the ones that are common suggestions. Remove the word major. Maybe get rid of the text altogether. Maybe a video explanation would be better. I kind of agree with you there after, you know, looking back on it again. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. But understand, just because you have one specific opinion about something, it doesn't mean that it's correct, and it doesn't mean that it's the best for the trailer, and it doesn't mean that it's something that I have to abide by. If people demanding stuff, I love that. Demand. I demand that you... What? Okay, whatever. So anyway, in conclusion, I hope that this trailer is going to turn out well. What I'm going to do is later today, not now, because now I'm actually going to play a little bit more of Batman Rise of Sun Tzu, and possibly I'm going to head out and get another Batman game to play, because unfortunately I got an email from the company who I had ordered these games from, Batman Beyond I had bought from them, and I had actually also bought Batman Returns for the Sega CD, which is significantly different from the Batman games on NES and also Super NES. And I had ordered it, and it's been 3 days now, I still don't have it, and I ordered overnight shipping. Like, what the hell? So I wrote them an email, and they just wrote me back today saying, we shipped it to the wrong address. How did you ship 2 games to the proper address and 1 game to the wrong address? Your business practices are kind of shady, dude. Like, that means they have a process that's so broken that 1 out of 3 things got fucked up. That's 33% failure rate. I don't know. So unfortunately, it sucks, but I can't play Batman Returns on the Sega CD, which I really wanted to do. I thought it's a really good game. So what I might end up doing is heading out and maybe getting Batman Begins, a lot of people have been asking for. A lot of people have been saying get Batman Vengeance. A lot of people say get Batman Dark Tomorrow because it's the worst Batman game ever made. I'm probably not going to do that because I don't want to torture myself anymore after yesterday. With Batman and Robin and Batman Beyond, I'm done torturing myself. Those games were fucking balls. So, alright, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope now you have a better understanding of what's going on with the trailer. Thank you for the feedback, extremely constructive feedback that I really enjoyed getting because now the trailer's only going to look better. I'll probably be re-editing the trailer later today and possibly uploading it later today so that people can see my second attempt at this trailer. And the goal is to have the trailer done in the next day or so that I can send it off to Machinima. So, thanks a lot for your feedback. I appreciate it. Especially because it's so constructive. Like I said, I love constructive feedback. Now, of course, there were nasty people on the video. Project 7 fucking sucks. I'll never watch this shit. Your trailer is shit. You're shit. You don't know what you're doing. You're going to ruin it for everyone. Fuck you, you know? And those are the people that honestly will get blocked because I just don't put up with that fucking negativity bullshit. It's so funny how you see people who are like, oh, okay, the trailer looks good, but please, I think this is a good suggestion, versus, this sucks. It's horrible. But it's like, just people just exist to be negative. Like, what the fuck kind of life do you live that all you do is you exist to leave negative comments on a video? It baffles the mind. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Tune in for more Batman gameplay today, the conclusion of Rise of Sun Tzu, in addition to possibly some more. If I go get Batman Begins, we'll have to see if I have a chance to do that. But also the recut of the Project 7 trailer will be coming out later today, so definitely stay tuned for that. Thanks a lot. See you later.